networking. First, when the computer developed, it was developed for working on it as a standalone device. Means a person will work upon their own computer. Nobody has a thought that we will join two or more computers together and will work. But at the latter part, when we almost pioneered the computer, still the work in progress, means we are still developing the computers or getting the new ideas day by day, but still up to a level, you can say. After that development, that when we felt like we require another computer to be attached with the computer to share the files and the resources together. And that way, a requirement of networking generated. And hence the idea came like connecting two or more computers together and sharing their resources to each other. Let us know the basics of networks. Computer networks, type of networks, wired or wireless communication, and common protocols of networks. Also, in this chapter, we shall be talking about the multimedia basics, chat sites, and the social networks. Now, let us understand what is a network. At home, your computer might be connected to its own printer and scanner. This works well as you are only person who will be using them. But you must have noticed that much of the time, though they probably are not being used and just idly lie around. Means we do not really use our resources and they use it to lie around with the computer. They are unnecessarily use it to get connected, like the printers and the scanners connected with the computer. But let's say if we are in network, if my computer is in network and somebody else want to use the printers and the scanners, then what will happen? I can simply share my resources, my printer and the scanner to them, that they should not lie around idly, right? They can use my resources as per their requirement. But at places where many computers are used, such as your school, offices, banks, etc., it would cost a lot of money that every computer going to have their own peripheral devices, means their printers and the scanners. So the concept of the networking emerged, and that is actually fulfilling the idea of sharing resources. Here we are talking about sharing resources, means sharing our printer, means the peripherals to other computers, printer, scanner, speakers, maybe other things, the attachment of the computer, right? Unlike the setup of our home, where we use the standalone computers, in the offices and the schools, we use it to have multiple computers, and if we will join them together, what will happen? They will create a kind of a network. And within that network, we will be able to share our resources as well as the files. Now, to understand it in better fashion, we can take few examples. Let's say the computers which are lying in your computer room, right? If the students are sitting together and the teacher is sitting in another computer, if the teacher want to let the student work upon certain things, certain software, means a single software, a single database, and going to be operated by the multiple students, then what we need first? Primarily for that we need the connectivity among all the computers, the servers which is going to provide the data to the individual computer, as well as the nodes or the individual computers which will act as the workstation for the student, where the student will sit and will use the computers, will use the data and will process them. Now, it is clear now what is network. It's basically the interconnected computers that we called as computer network. Interconnected computers, understood? Now this networking is actually meant for sharing of the hardwares and the resources, or sharing of software and data. The need for the networking can be summarized in these lines. The networking is needed because it breaks the barriers of distance, cost and time. How it's break the barrier of cost and time? Because you did not to replicate your cost. Means अगर 20 कंप्यूटर है तो 20 में प्रिंटर लगाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, 20 में सेम डाटा क्रिप्ट रखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, right? So it breaks the barrier of cost as well. It is very cost effective as compared to the telephone networks. Now, what is that telephone network we are talking about? जिससे आप बात करते हो, जैसे फिक्स लाइन्स, आपको टेलीफोन लाइन्स याद है जिसमें रिसीवर होता था जिसको उठाकर बात करते थे, फिर से रिसीवर रख देने से फ़ोन चल जाता था, फ़ोन कट जाता था, बस उसी की बात कर रहे हैं. ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ डेटा, text and audio, video, pictures, graphics, etc. can be transmitted through the network. मतलब not only sharing of hardwares, it's talking about sharing of the files, sharing of other data which need to be shared among the different users. Types of network. A computer network means a group of networked computers or interconnected computers. Computers that are linked by means of a communication system. A network can mean a small group of linked computers to a chain of a few hundred computers of different types. Thus, the network vary in size, complexity and geographical spreads. Mostly computers are classified on the basis of geographical spread, and on this basis there can be three types of network. Means this basis, the basis of geographical area, there can be of three different type of networks: LAN, MAN and WAN. Local area network, metropolitan area network and wide area network. Local area network. Small computer network that are confined to localized area, maybe inside a building, maybe inside an office premises, or maybe inside a factory. These type of networks are known as local area networks. The key purpose of an LAN or the local area network is to serve its users in resource sharing. Means they can share their resources among the connected computers, the hardware as well as the software resources that we are talking about. Now, as the local area network used to be confined inside a premises, whether it's a home, factory or maybe inside the office, the cost of these type of networks used to be the lesser than the other type of networks. Next in that league is the metropolitan area network. As the name suggests, it actually covers a city, a urban area or urban tinsel town, or maybe a metropolitan, right? So classic example of metropolitan area networks are the TV networks or cable TV networks, or the spread of telephonic connections, or any kind of a connectivity which actually cover a geographical space of entire city. That comes under or that kind of a networking comes under the metropolitan area network. And the last one in this leg, the biggest, the widest, the fattest, is the wide area network. In terms of the size or the area they cover, this is the highest level of networking. Now, what is this network is all about? We said that it's the highest level. Then what is the kind of a network it is? It is basically the network which covers the entire space, means the entire country, the entire world, the entire, you can rather say, the world can be actually covered in this type of network. The classic example of this type of network is internet, where we can send and receive the things all over the world. We can communicate sitting anywhere through these type of networks. So the widest and the fattest network, the biggest network, is actually what? Wide area network. Here comes the internet. This word is not unknown to any of you. The internet is a computer-based worldwide information network. We also call it as information superhighway. It can be assumed as an example of WAN, wide area network. We have already discussed this. The internet is composed of large number of smaller interconnected networks. Means that's why we call it as network of networks, because multiple smaller networks together connect to form a bigger network, which we called as internet. These networks may link tens or hundreds or thousands or maybe more than that computers, enabling them to share information with each other and to share the various resources, such as the powerful supercomputers and databases. Databases here is the collection of data or informations. The internet has made possible it for the people all over the world to effectively and inexpensively communicate with each other. काफ़ी कम खर्च में एक दूसरे के साथ कम्युनिकेट करना, फाइल एक्सचेंज करना या अपने रिसोर्सेज को एक्सचेंज करना इंटरनेट के बदौलत पॉसिबल हुआ है, नहीं तो ये पॉसिबल ही नहीं था. Unlike traditional broadcasting media such as the radio and the television, the internet is a decentralized system. Decentralized means it is not having any centralized unit. It's actually getting broadcasted from different servers, from different machines, and presumably we are actually thinking that it's coming from one resources. It's not like that. It's information sharing platform, right? Each connected individual computers can communicate with anyone, anywhere through internet. The internet grew tremendously during the latter half of 1990s. Each year during that time period, more people used the internet to access the ever increasing amount of information. One survey found that there were 61 million internet users worldwide at the end of 1996, 148 million at the end of 1998, and 320 million in 2000. Can you see the amount of people used to get connected to the internet, how it was increasing? It was kind of a blast that people used to get connected to each other using the internet. Analysis estimated that more than mind that more than 3 billion people will use the internet by 2017. Now it's 2020. We can understand we are even reading, or we are almost doing everything using internet now, purchasing, studying, and watching movies, watching contents, everything used to be done through internet. And there would be more than 15 billion networks devices by then. Matlab 15 billion network devices which will share their resources to the internet. Can you assume that how the internet is growing because of networking system, with it, because of the development of networking system only. Today, individual companies and institutions use the internet in many ways, as mentioned below. Let's see what is written in the book. Businesses use the internet to provide access to complex databases such as financial databases. The second one, the companies carry out electronic commerce, e-commerce, that means commerce in internet, including advertising, selling and buying, as well as distributing products and providing after-sale services through the internet. Business and institutions use the internet for voice and video conferencing and other forms of communication that enable people to telecommute or work from a distance. Now, a word which is emerging, work from home. So this is because of the growing capabilities of internet only. The use of electronic mail, the email over the internet has greatly speed the communication between the companies, among the co-workers and between other individuals. Fifth one, the media and entertainment companies use the internet to broadcast audio and video, including live radio and television programs. They also offer online chat groups in which the people carry on discussions using written text and online news and weather programs. The sixth one, scientists and scholars use the internet to communicate with colleagues, to perform research, to distribute lecture notes and course materials to the students, and to publish paper and articles. The seventh and the last one, individual use of internet for communications, entertainment, finding information and buy and sell goods and other services. These are the few examples of usabilities of the companies, or you can rather say usability of the internet by the companies or the institutions. Let's see the communication networks. The connected computers from the network. The connection between computers on network can be a wired connectivity as well as the wireless connectivity. The wired and the wireless connections going to be discussed in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, be safe.